To start us off, what inspired you to get involved in politics at a young age?
I think the older I get, kind of the more I realize how important politics is in everyday life, whether it's to do with the economy or something that I care about even more than that. I think the environment is very important, and I think politics plays a huge role in deciding how to tackle that.
How did you decide which political party aligns with your beliefs? So, what makes you a Democrat?
I think Democrats generally provide more to fight against the climate crisis. I don't think Republicans are as interested in that, and I think Republicans contribute to more pollution with a lot of oil.
What do you think is the most critical issue facing the nation today?
My answers are going to be really repetitive, but I think climate change is the most important issue in our nation. I mean, internationally too, because it is the whole planet. I just don't see how anything else could be more important, in my opinion, because if we don't tackle climate change, that's a mass extinction, and none of these issues will exist anymore, because we won't exist anymore if we don't fight climate change.
How does your party propose addressing this issue, and what do you find most compelling about their approach?
I think we're more supportive of the Paris Agreement, and I think we fund cleaner technologies or energy sources, and I think that's really exciting because I think that's the way that the future is going to work, and I think the sooner we adjust to cleaner energy sources, the better off we'll be in the end.
Have you faced any challenges in discussing politics with peers who hold opposing views?
Yeah, I definitely have. I grew up in rural New York, so most of my friends were Republican. A lot of my cousins and family are Republican, so yeah.
What strategies have you found helpful in promoting civil discourse?
I think this is one thing that I see on the line a lot, is when people are debating, they'll often be really condescending, and that really bugs me. So I think avoiding being condescending and making sure you're debating instead of arguing is really important, and also not saying anything about your the opposing side's character, only focusing on opinion and debate.
In what ways do you think members of different parties can find common ground?
I think the parties have way more in common than each party would like to agree. I think just foundationally we want the same things. We want cheaper food, cheaper housing. And I don't think anybody wants the world to burn. So I think we just need to realize that we have the same goals, and instead of trying to fight for power over the government, we need to utilize the government to fight against the issues that we face as a whole.
What do you do when you disagree with others about a pressing issue? Do you have examples of times this has occurred, and can you explain what happened?
Yeah, sometimes I think it's worth it to try and debate it out. Other times I think you just have to kind of leave the conversation. I was disagreeing with one of my friends because they didn't believe in climate change, and for that I think our perspectives are just that different. I don't think it was really worth it to have that conversation, so I decided to just drop it and focus on other things that we have in common.
How do you see youth involvement shaping the political landscape in the next decade?
Ooh, I think the youth is more interested in climate change. This is what I'm saying, my answers are super repetitive. But I think they're more interested in climate change than the older generations because they're going to have to live with it, while the older generations aren't. So I think that means that hopefully we'll have a more holistic perspective on climate change and hopefully have some common goals. That.
And lastly, what role do you envision for yourself in creating a more collaborative political environment?
I think I'm really good at sensing when things get tense, and I'm really good at trying to avoid conflict. So I think hopefully I'll be able to keep the environment less tense and hopefully keep the conversation light and purely informative.
Thank you.